So this is my aim for today. I would like to tell you how our activities in the field of power to gas is contributing to the SCCER projects, because this is a SCCER symposium. So, Louis already showed you, these are my colleagues. This is the power to gas team at the Institute of Energy Technology. And whenever I say we or us, I refer to these 12 people. And it's really a lot of fun working with my 11 colleagues there. And I would like to thank Marcus and as well Boris, who's the next guy, to build up this brilliant team. So actually, this is my main slide, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so on the left-hand side, you can see what are our activities in the field of power to gas. And the most important are our research projects on the top. And you just heard my colleague Louis talking about HEPP and Pentagon, our high-efficiency power-to-methane pilot. And we have another very important research project that is called Store and Go. And there are 3 different power-to-methane plants that are built in Solothurn in Switzerland. One is in Falkenhagen in Germany, and the third one in Troja in Italy. And we investigate the techno-economic analysis of these 3 different technologies. And thus we know about the advantages and disadvantages of the different technologies and as well of the site specifications. That we are a University of Applied Sciences, and that's why we do applied research projects. And the most important for us is the feasibility studies we do. So normally we have an industrial client that could be somebody, for example, an energy supplier, and they want to build a power-to-methane plant in a very specific site in their area, and they are asking themselves if it is profitable to do the investments for a power-to-methane plant. And this is our job then. We do the investigation of the site, and we do as well the calculation of the gas production costs, and so can then tell our customers if it is reasonable to build a power-to-methane plant or not. And that's why we know a lot about the parameters to build good or poor business cases for power-to-methane. Then I would say we are quite experts for the gas market, like we help the gas industry to renew their guidelines, and we included the synthetic natural gas into the guidelines, and so we know a lot about the gas market. One of our main activities is networking as well. And we have more the title about industry meets research. We have the expert talks. We have them twice a year here in Rapperswil, and we have around 100 to 130 participants from industry and research. And there's a much smaller group. This is the exchange of experience, but even as important. And they're just the project leaders or project workers from power to gas projects, and we meet and we exchange our experience. So these are the 3 projects we are involved in the SCCER. And the first is the task assessment of energy storage demonstrators. Our leader is Jörg Wodicek, he's here, I'm pretty sure. And what we do there, I'm showing you a bit more details later, but actually we take our demonstrators in the pilot scale and compare our results. These results are taken to the next project of SCCER, that's Coherent Energy Demonstrator Assessment. Short name is CEDA, a very complex project, but actually what we do there is we take the findings from the demonstrator scale, from the small scale, and we extrapolate them to an industrial scale in the range of megawatt. And we contributed to the white paper, and I'm very glad that Tom Kober told you all about our results already. And so here's the contribution. So definitely for the demonstrator assessment, we need the results and the findings from HEPP. This is the most important part. And of course, our exchange of experience. So with all our colleagues in the power to gas field, we discuss and bring in those results. For the CEDA project, we bring in also our knowledge from the feasibility studies, and the same for the white paper. And there's also, of course, our experience in the gas from the gas market. Yep. So this is the project Assessment of Energy Storage demonstrator, and actually the main task for this project is to boost the efficiency of power-to-gas technologies and to bring them to TRL6. And so this is what Luis de Sousa does with this project HEPP, and happily we are not all alone. So these are 4 demonstrators, and all the results come into that project. And these are our lovely colleagues from PSI. I saw Peter Jansson here today, and as well from EPFL, Martigny, and EPFL Sion. And I would really like to thank you for the good collaboration in this project. Then I would like to say just a few words to CEDA. It's really a very complex project, and I'm pretty sure that the project responsible person, this is Gilles Georges from ETH Zurich, and Philipp Heer, who's doing the leadership of the work package 1, are coming within the next year, or maybe 2020, and will present our results there. So, but the goal is, what I said already before, we investigate storage and conversion technologies, but the really important step is that we extrapolate our small-scale findings. Louis said we have a 10-kilowatt electrolyzer to an industrial scale of megawatt. This is an important part because we would like to know what is the impact of these technologies to the Energy Strategy 2050. And the not easy part is that there's no existing methodology to do such things, and that's why we have to develop this as well. And this is the main task for that year and for the year 2019. These are the members that are involved to create all the results. You see, it's us, Rapperswil, and different projects from EMPA, EPFL. We are very glad to have the Zürcher Hochschule für angewandte Wissenschaften also involved, and of course PSI. Just to give you a slight insight of what we do in CEDA. So we defined 22 technologies that are going to be compared, and just one technology of this is the methanation, and I was working on the methanation a lot, and we defined 72 properties to describe this technology and to be able to compare different types of methanation, such as biological or catalytic methanation. And they're all researchers and experts doing this, and I guess it's sometimes a bit complicated, and that's why we developed kind of a scheme where we try to make a better understanding for our properties we defined. The white paper, I'm very glad to skip that. Tom Kober talked about all the results. Actually, our main task was the chapter for the gas market, but also, of course, contributions for prices and other topics. Okay, so I already come to my end. I hope I could show you what our activities are at the Institute of Energy Technology and how we contribute to the SCCER. Thank you.